Well, greetings and salutations, and welcome to Geeks Anonymous. Thank you so much for hiring me on this FIVERR adventure. So we're gonna kick it right off, and I gave you a little bit of a primer of what happened to you previously and got you up to this point where you are in your adventure. And you had gone to the Mercados Peninsula in the world of Orth, and you have traveled past the Everpit Arena, where you placed a little bit moderately in the middle region. However, because of your size, your stature, and your experience, you were beaten by the supreme Titans and the Storm Giants and whatnot that usually dominate the arena every year. But better luck next time. Your adventures have led you to the east, towards a sort of orcish, guttural, almost tribal encampment called Kozan Vong, where you heard a rumor about a dark tower towards the tip of the peninsula called the Auric Tower. And it has brought you to this small town of Dark Oak, which you saw way before you actually got there. This decrepit old oak tree that actually spans its limbs throughout the entirety of the town and actually provides kind of a dark shadow overtone in the town itself. The town itself is almost a ghost town of sorts. There's a lot of ruined buildings, and there's not much in the way of inhabitants here. You do, however, find a large building that you recognize as an inn or a tavern, and it doesn't have any text for those people who can't read, and all it has is the what looks like a turtle that has his head stuck into his shell, and you're getting the idea. As you kind of come in, you see a placard underneath it by the door that says "The Timid Turtle." So you have found the inn and tavern in front of you, and you can hear some jaunty music coming from within. So you're outside of the door. What would you like to do?
Mm. Well, that sucks that we didn't place higher, guys, but we can still drink our sorrows away.
Well, as long as it's cheap, because I'm pretty broke.
Well, let's go on in there and see what is happening.
Hopefully there's nobody who recognizes this that gives a shit about it.
Okay, so feel free to head into the tavern, and you can take a seat where you would like. As you head into the tavern, you see that there are a few denizens. There is a bard in the center who is playing on a fiddle. It looks like he's a half-elf of some sort, and he's got fairly royal garb, like a minstrel would and whatnot. In this table over here, you see a pair of what looks like two halflings that may be on a date or a dinner or something. You see over here, slumped over on a chair, is this soldier-looking, gruff, like half-orc, and he's just kind of looks like he's passed out drunk in front of the fire and just. And then over in the dark corner, doing the broody strider thing, you see another half-elf that has kind of greenish tabards and one of those pointed hats with a feather coming out. Looks like he's an archer of some sort. And then at the bar, you see a young dwarf who sees the three of you head in and, oh, well, good evening. It's not often that I see a trio of adventurers in these parts. What brings you to Dark Oak?
Just really got done with the arena, and so we figured we'd look our wounds here.
Ah, the Everpit Arena, I imagine. Well, good on you. How'd you do? How'd you place? Did you do good?
Well, we could have, done better, but we didn't do as bad as we were fearing. So, all around good.
Well, fair enough.
We came out of it positive.
That's always the plus. As long as you either break even or make a little bit of a profit, you're doing good. So what can I get you, lads? Lads and lass, excuse me, ma'am. Would you like today's special? Maybe an ale to go with it? We don't have much in the way of accommodations. We're a small establishment, but I can get you what we've got for right cheap.
Yeah. Let me get the special and an ale and make it 2 ales.
And for you too.
I'll take
Same.
an ale, please.
All right. So it was Miori said same. Is that what I heard? And what did Martin say?
Martin said same.
Okay. What did Miori say then?
Just an ale, please.
All right. So, 3 ales are placed in front of you. Actually, 4, because I believe you ordered 2 for yourself. So 4 ales are
Yep,
placed in front of
double.
you, as well as 2 bowls of soup and what looks like a baked pastry of some sort to go with it to help sop up and kind of soak everything up. I'm gonna have everyone who has a soup. So that would be Martin and what are the other characters' names? Let me pull that up. Martin and
Govis.
Govis. Both of you make a perception check, and right below the cameras, you'll see a D20. You can just hit that button, and it'll shoot one right out.
Beneath the camera?
Yeah, right below where you see my beautiful little visage, you'll see it says advantage, disadvantage, die 20, and luck. Hopefully.
I do
you not see
not.
that?
Let me just.
If not, you can just type in /roll space 120. Yeah, that works. Okay. So with your modifier, what does that make it?
That makes it an 11.
An 11? Okay. So with an 11, it looks like a pretty good meal. You're seeing it's got some herbs and spices. Do you try it?
I mean, it's today's special, so that means it was yesterday's leftovers, so let's do it.
Fair enough. All right, so you begin eating it. And the 14, what is the modifier for Martin?
It's +5, so 19 total.
+5. Okay. So as you see Govis about to take a nice big spoonful of soup, you see something is floating amiss in the soup, and it looks like a greenish stick of some sort. But then you see it has a fingernail on it.
In my own personal soup?
No, it's in Govis's soup. He's about to drink out of it. He's about to take a bite out of it.
I take my hand and cover his bowl.
All right. So, Govis, you see that he covers your bowl with his hand.
Just don't.
Okay.
You hear the dwarven bartender speak up. Oh, what's the matter? Is everything all right?
Without saying a word, I reach into his bowl and pull out the stick and fingernail.
Okay. So you basically pull up what looks like a really long finger with a nice claw at the end of it, and it looks like it's just been cleanly sliced off. And you see the bartender who introduces herself as let me pull that up. I swear I'm prepared. Rubidalia. She introduces herself as Rubidalia, or Ruby for short, and she just quickly takes the finger from you. Lurch! And just yells out back. And a couple moments go by, you hear a big thumping in the back where the kitchen is, and you see what looks like a large figure kind of loom out of the door and comes out from behind the bar, and it's a large, probably like 8 or 9 foot tall troll. You guys immediately identify it as a troll, and you hear him go, "Yeah!" And he's got a big chef's hat on. He's like, "You've done it again. You've lost a damn finger." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He takes it. "Oh, don't worry, it grew back." You hear him kind of go out back to the kitchen, just shakes his head. And you hear Ruby kind of look at the. She looks at the bowl and says, "You want me to get you another one?"
Let's just trade it in for another pastry.
Fair enough. Of course, you should like it. Put some hair on your chest. She goes out back and
Yeah, it'll definitely regrow a bunch of stuff, I'm sure.
she goes out back and brings you another roll. At this point, you look around. You can see the other denizens of the bar, and what do you do from there after you finish your meals?
Checking these rolls for fingers.
You check the rolls for fingers. There are no fingers in the rolls. You're satisfied to see.
There we go. Yeah. So,
Why I
guys,
stick to the rations, guys.
True, but you never know when you're going to be in civilization last, so.
All right, I'm gonna have.
And that is stretching the word.
I'm gonna have everyone make another perception check for me.
Okay, how do we do this?
So it's gonna be / roll space
Yes!
1d20. Was that a? Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm not perceiving much, but there's definitely no fingers in these rolls.
Okay, I am not as savvy as the rest of them, so.
Do / roll 1d20.
Just try.
I was hoping the macros would show up on the screen for you guys, but I guess it only shows for me.
I have some on the upper left-hand side.
Like, do that, except do a slash instead of a period.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, nice roll.
And then you can also hit this button. And then there's your D20s and stuff. Don't do it right now, though.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. It's the cameras are like below it.
Yep.
And we were
Okay.
going with perception?
Yes.
Yep.
That would be 18 total.
Very nice. Okay,
22.
So we've got an 18 from Miori and a 22 from Martin.
Yes.
Okay, and what do we got from Govis?
That's a natural 1 for a 2.
Very nice. Okay, you are absolutely focused on your rolls. You're just
Yeah.
making sure.
Hey, man, you got to make sure that there's no fingers in there.
And you are absolutely sure there's no fingers. You check a few more times just to be, double, triple sure, but
Every bite, I'm making sure.
The 18, I believe, was what Miori had.
Yeah.
You're starting to overhear the two behind you, and it sounds like the woman halfling is starting to get worked up about something. You can't make up a whole lot of details, but something to the effect of, "Oh, someone needs to do something about that." However, with the 22 from Martin, you hear pretty much the entire conversation, and this halfling woman is complaining about this person in this tower, and basically all those ruminations, those abominations that come from that place. Someone has to do something about them. It's evil, I tell you. And then you hear from the male, "Calm down. Miriam, we can't just go up and tell random people to take care of our problems. But besides, you don't know what's going on." And then they hush up. They kind of change the subject a little bit and go back to their meals.
Hey guys, I'm not sure, but I think we could get some information from behind us.
Yeah? I say through roll fools. Man, you surface dwellers have got some really good food. I'm not so sure about the soups. Butcher baked goods are pretty good.
Well, I'm glad you like it. Baked to myself.
I will casually stroll over to the other ladies and I will ask them if I could buy them another drink for some of the information that they were just talking about because I didn't quite overhear it, but I'm a concerned citizen of the realm and might be able to do something about it.
All right, Miri, go ahead and move your token up to their table, and they'll see you kind of coming up. You offer that drink, and it's like, yeah, I'll take you up on that offer. So, heck brings you to Dark Oak of all places?
Well, it's really just a stop on the road back home at this point. We were a couple of towns over doing the tournaments.
Oh, okay.
Did better than some, but not as well as others. But we're just on our way back home and happened to stop in here.
So, well, if you're the type to enter in a tournament, I take it you're skilled in combat,
Fairly.
and your friends too.
I may not look like much, but I got my ways.
Well, judging by the mithril over there, you see her kind of take a fancy at the mithril armor that is shining from the bar.
Yeah, they do a lot of the hands-on work. I have other skills.
Hey, fair enough. Well, you want to help us out? Look, I'm not sure how much can be offered, but are you familiar with necromancy?
I know that it's not a good thing.
I love necks.
Ah, hi. You see the other halfling male kind of ducks down as you kind of sneak up behind him, and he's like, "Whoa!" Oh,
Necks are very good.
please have a seat. Have a seat.
I pull up this seat at this other table.
Sure.
So are you sitting in it backwards?
I
Yes.
was picturing that too. Like
Am I
Riker
hearing
style.
all this?
Yeah, you hear all of this. They're not being quiet.
Okay. So while this is happening, I'm putting my hand to my forehead, rubbing it, and pretending to take a sip of the ale.
Okay.
He's old, he's slow. Sometimes it takes him a little bit to start moving, but
Well,
once he gets going, he's pretty formidable.
well, hopefully that's the case. Like I said, we're dealing with necromancy here, and look. The undead are bad. I mean, no one can argue that, right? No one can argue the undead equal bad. Yes.
The only person that
Yeah.
so is the necromancer that says otherwise is the necromancer because that's what they want is the undead to do their bidding.
Okay, well, do this town a favor. Take care of this fucking monster. All right, Finnegan, are you ready? Yeah. Miriam, I wish you wouldn't get so worked up, but let's go home. Well, you all seem like reasonable folk. If there's anything we can help you with, you need a place to stay, let us know. We'll host you in this inn if you want, but good luck.
Would you guys
Speak a
rather
little
stay
louder.
here the night?
I'm
Do you
sorry?
think we should spend the night and go at it in the morning, or should we go at it now?
I'm not
Ask
the
for
adventurer.
directions.
Where is the tower? Where is this necromancer?
Not really one with directions. You might want to ask him. Kind of points to the person playing the instrument, and the two halflings will leave the bar.
Okay.
Oh, not you.
I thank them for their
So the bard.
for the information.
Oh, who stole me? I've been stolen.
Yeah, I put you back. There you go. Might take a
There
second
we
to
go.
update. There we go. Yeah. So you see the bard is playing his music, and then he stops and looks at you. Hello there.
Oh,
How
wait.
can I help you today?
Well, I heard that you might have information that might help us out. We're looking for where this necromancer is. Do you
Ah.
know where he's at, or at least which direction he's in, so we might be able to help everybody else out?
Well, the necromancy that that I know of. There is one to the east that I have heard from, but what business do you have with him?
Well, most everybody says that
Um,
necromancy is bad, and most of the people in this town seem to not like it, and asked us to might be ask him to move along or force him to move to a new region so they don't have to deal with it.
Hmm. That is interesting. So you have already spoken to the entire town and gotten everyone's opinion.
From what the two that we were just talking to had said, that they said that's most everybody's opinion.
Oh, of course,
You
of
seem to have
course.
a different opinion, so
Hmm.
what's your opinion?
My opinion is, they don't bother you, why you bother them? You know, I play my music. I get paid to play music. I know stories, I know history of place.
Well, we could also offer you payment for the information as well.
What information would you like?
Well, you've kind of already given it because you said he's to the east, but I'm not sure that that's the one that's bothering the people that live around here.
I can almost guarantee it is. It's about a day's travel to the east. However, that information was free. If you want to give me a little more gratuity, I can give you a little more of a tidbit that will prove useful if you venture in that direction.
That is
And if anyone would like to
very
sense motive on this guy to see if he's being genuine, you may do so.
I would like to roll an insight to
Perfect.
make sure he's telling me the truth, at least so far.
Drinks the first ale.
It's at 18 for me.
An 18? Okay. With an 18, what was that? 12?
12 for me.
Okay. So, while you're talking with this person, Miriam, sorry, Miori, yeah, this person seems pretty genuine. However, when you're overhearing it, Martin, it seems like when the halflings were mentioned, he was like, "Oh, great, the halflings again." Yeah, of course, the halflings. So his opinion of the halflings probably isn't all that high, but from the information that he's given so far, he seems like he is being genuine.
Give me just a second. I don't remember how much money I ended up with last night, so I have to find it.
Okay. I wave the bartender over, and then I order another ale, and then I'll grab that ale and take it to the bard.
Okay. You go over and you hand the bard nail, who, this'll do, and takes a drink. So, you see, now there seems to be some sort of creature that is circulating in that direction. Something that has traveled in from the ocean itself. Something
The ocean, you
big.
say?
Yes. Yeah, actually, Govis, because you're a Triton,
I know ocean stuff.
go ahead and make a history check. Or actually, I'm sorry, a nature check.
Glub. Oof. Let's see. A nature check. That's a -1 to that, so that's a 5.
Correct.
So he goes on to describe this serpentine creature, and the first thing that kind of hops into your mind is maybe like an eel, or like a monstrous dire creature from underwater or something, but nothing that fits the bill quite like what he's saying. He's describing it as this large, like almost gargantuan sized creature that has escaped from the ocean into the swamp. So that means it's something that could obviously breathe
It's
both.
brackish at least.
Yeah, it breathes both salt and fresh
Fresh.
water. So, but you're
Or
not familiar with it.
Okay.
just lives in water.
Okay.
It actually has to breathe, kind of thing.
But I'm afraid that is all the information that I know. Anyways,
In your opinion, is this creature from the tower itself, or
not quite. I believe the creature is from originally more towards Null, the continent to the south, but has migrated this way and found its way onto the shore into the actual land. It is now landlocked. But there are some reports in the swamp area of grotesque slime, mold, like an ichor of sorts.
wonderful?
So it has technically a undead presence about it as well.
Perhaps.
Slimy. Oh. Is it a hagfish? Please don't let it be a hagfish.
I'm afraid I am not familiar with this hagfish. I know what a hag is, but not a hagfish.
It's like a lamprey that just like oozes whenever you touch it. It just gets really slimy.
Oh, good.
They're horrible.
But is there anything else
Thank-
that is there anything else that I can help you with, or I do get paid to play my instrument?
Yeah, no, I'm going to hand him 2 gold, and I'm going to say, help us continue enjoying our night by continuing the music you've been playing. You've been doing a good job.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your patronage, and he will start playing, and let's see if he does any good. Yep, it's really
Nice.
good. It seems like there's this
Ooh.
bolster from that, from the tip, the 2 gold tip, because that's gonna be like a month's wages for this bard. And yeah, so he keeps playing, and the whole night goes by. If there's anybody else you would like to talk to, you can. Otherwise, we can elapse to when you guys go to sleep. Or if you wanted to head out immediately, you may do that as well. However, you are tired from the travel.
The other patrons, not the one who's brooding in the corner. What's the other guy over by the fire?
The guy by the fire is the
that
half
drunken
orc.
guy.
Yeah, he's a half orc with a long beard that goes like all the way down to his crotch practically. He's wearing a horned helmet. One of the horns has been snapped off. He's got 2 axes at his side, and he's just passed out. Like,
He's sleeping. Okay, I'll leave him be then.
okay.
Yeah, you leave a lion orc.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna turn around, grab another ale from the bartend, and then talk to the person in the corner.
Okay.
Here, just take my extra one.
All right, you do
You
so.
can have my extra
I
beer.
am going to sit. Oh, wrong button. Sorry.
Hello there, my friend. He sees you as you sit in front of him.
Hello, friend. I was wondering if you'd like this ale.
I'm not one to say no to a free drink. He grabs it and takes a nice big swig, offers his hand to you. Name's Keoloian.
Martin.
Ah, Martin. Well, what brings you to Dark Oak?
Just travels and rumors. Hearing a few things happening to the east. I was just curious if you've heard of anything.
Yeah, that's actually what brings me out here. Have you ever heard of the Star Chasers? Go ahead and make a history check. You have heard of the Chasers. The Star Chasers are a group of basically cartographers and lore keepers and things like that. They go around the world and just document everything.
Indeed, I have.
Well, that's what I'm doing here. I'm one of the Star Chasers and just mapping the region. And I keep hearing about this creature I've been tracking. I tracked it all the way from the south, and it's somehow landlocked. I think you were actually just talking about it with the bard over there.
Oh, okay. Are you planning on a trip to locate this creature, or?
Oh, well, I've been tracking it, and I did find a large swamp area, and there's been some signs of a large snake-like creature going around it. I could mark it on your map if you'd like, but yeah, be careful. I mean, I have reason to believe this thing might be a Bakunawa.
Bakunawa.
Go ahead and make a nature or arcana check.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with arcana. It's not gonna do much. That's 11.
11, Bakunawa, you've heard of, like, this old, there's this kind of Asian sort of cultured area called Akrid, and that's, like, on the continent to the way west, where there's a legend of a serpentine creature called a Bakunawa, but that's about all you know. It's like someone hearing a tale of an Eastern dragon, but not really knowing the specifics.
Yes, marking it on a map would be greatly appreciated.
Gives you a nice circle on the map and says, yeah, right there, and it's about maybe a 2-hour walk from the tower itself, so it's really right on your way.
Interesting. And what rumors do you have about the tower?
Auric Tower. Well, I know a little bit about the area. The Aurics, they used to rule in Dark Oak until what happened with the Fey Queen. The Fey Queen ended up taking... This is thousands of years ago, though, so I mean, I'm not going to bore you with all that lore, but the Aurics took over the land eventually, and a while back, they got into necromancy, and there was a curse, I guess, on the family. I don't know a whole lot of the legend, but there are some undead sort of creatures in the site, and that's what's worrying me about the Bakunawa, actually, is I've been noticing traces of undeath energy. I fancy myself sort of a ranger of sorts, and I've been tracking this creature for a while now, and I'm not liking the traces it's been leaving behind.
Would you be interested in us purchasing your services for passage to the east to keep us a little out of danger?
Well, I'm not a fighter, so best I can do, I can get you most of the way.
Okay. Well, I'm more looking for getting us to the right location,
Sure.
and perhaps laying eyes on the creature so we can observe it for a while before we do anything.
I'll take you as far as I'm comfortable enough going, all right?
It's acceptable.
All right, leave in the morning?
Morning it is.
Sounds good. He swigs the rest of his ale, takes a nice bite off of his hunch of meat, stands up, and he's going to head to his quarters.
Till the morning.
Okay. So do the three of you take an in-room? And are you going to split the in-room, or are you going to, like, all bunch up into one, or are you going to get different rooms for each of you?
I don't mind bunking, but it's up to everybody what they want to do.
I'll go ahead and bunk with you.
Okay.
Okay,
You guys know me, I always take my own room.
We'll call it just a simple gold for the accommodations for the night. That takes care of your meals, your drinks, and your room as well.
Okay, I'll take care of that.
And I will put you. And you're all bunking together. There are only 2 beds, so one of you doing heading on the floor, or
I would be taking my own room.
oh, okay. So Miori, you're taking your own room. Have Martin and all right. Oh, let's check the music here. Okay, Miori, make me a perception check at the disadvantage. So that's going to be 2 die 20 and take the lowest.
It's going to be a 6.
Okay. So
One of them, natural 20.
with a 6, something causes you to kind of stir in your sleep. You don't remember hearing anything. It's one of those things like, why am I awake now? But you're not really sure what triggered it, and you're looking around and kind of wiping your eyes, and you see a little bit of a flicker of light coming from the underneath the crack of the door. I will allow you another perception check, and since you're awake now, it will be a regular roll.
Oh,
Okay.
13.
13 is enough. You begin hearing this sort of scratching noise coming from the wall to your north. And then you hear a sort of and it's just a humming and sort of a scratching noise coming from beyond the wall.
There's nobody else in the room with me, right?
No, there's no one else in the room with you.
Give me a second. Like I said, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. I would like to I'd cast invisibility on myself,
Okay.
and then I would like to use Mage Hand to open the door.
Sure.
And then I'd also like to cast See Invisibility.
Oh, okay. You're going all out. All right, so I'm gonna put you outside of the door here as that kind of leads you out. And you cast the invisibility and you open the door with your mage hand, and it just creeps open. You see a light, a sort of soft flicker coming from the north, but then it almost disappears as soon as you open the door, and you heard a slight grinding noise, almost like something closing. But you come out and you see what looks like a half elf standing at a study table, and she is just asleep, like her face planted into a book. But you did see the light coming from the bookshelf to the north.
I will slowly and quietly make my way over to see if there's anything that I can see. Seeing as how I have dark vision, I don't need to worry about any lights or anything.
All right, make an investigation roll.
Good answer. Good answer. Good. Like it's.
That'll be a 15
A
altogether.
15. So you're looking through the bookcase, and you see this one book that is, for some reason, the title is upside down.
I will step back away
Okay.
a little bit, and I will use Mage Hand again to bring it from the shelf.
So you take that spectral disembodied hand and it reaches over to the book and it pulls out and is now floating in the air. As you pull it out, you hear a chink. Something unlatches as you see the bookshelf looks like it sinks maybe an inch or so and slightly creaks open. You have unlocked something.
At this point, I will stealthily make my way to my companion's room and see if I can rouse them without
Sure.
waking everybody else up.
Sure. Go ahead and just make a basic stealth check. Really low DC. Don't botch.
12.
Okay. 12, you kind of give it a small little tap on the door, and the two of you are able to hear that. I'm not going to make you roll to wake up like I did for him. And you join him in the hallway. You see your friend Miori.
No, they don't see me.
Oh, that's right. You hear a rap on the door, and there is no one there when you go to check.
I whisper back up so I can come in.
All right. You're all in the room together now, and at least as far as you can tell, you are in privacy.
Well, I do have see invisibility up too, so
Perfect.
I will quietly explain everything that I have witnessed and what I have found, and I will ask them if they would like to join me in finding out where this leads.
So we got a sleep reader
Some
and a moving bookcase.
Yeah, the person passed out in the hallway while they were studying. I believe I was woken up by the sound of the door opening, and as I opened my door, it closed, and that's why the light went away. And I figured out fairly easily how the door opened, and that's when I.
Okay. So if you heard it and you were asleep and they went down, I'm pretty sure they heard you open it.
I have not opened it. It is only unlatched.
It's unlatched. Okay. Okay. So we have an unlatched bookcase. Is the person still sleeping out there?
Yes.
And Miori, with your passive stealth of 17, you were pretty quiet about the bookshelf incident.
Okay. So, well, I guess I'm down for a little snooping.
Here we go again. Mm.
I mean, we could just,
We could
stay on task and just, stay aware of our surroundings until the morning and then just, get out of town and do this swamp nonsense.
That is a perfectly fine option to take.
It is.
You guys are just gonna do it, so let's just get it done and over with and go back to bed.
You're so right. I was.
I can resist.
I'm the first one out the door.
Yeah, it's like putting a giant red button that says "Do not press." All right. So you head. Who's gonna head into? You see the bookshelf, which is slightly unlatched, and you see it is basically a door. It's a hidden door. You could go north through a hidden passage of some sort.
I will use Mage Hand again to finish opening the door.
Okay.
Make sure it's not trapped, so we're all safe distance away from it.
So you just take that spectral hand out, it claps a hold of the bookshelf and slowly opens the door. And that's when you can hear this sort of creaking back and forth. This creak, creak, creak. And then the humming, that humming again. It's almost a familiar voice. You hear what do you do? Who's
Is
gonna
it
peek
coming from
around?
in the hidden area, or
It's
is it behind us?
it's coming from here. From, well, this direction anyway.
I'm gonna go ahead and move into the hidden area.
Okay. Go ahead and move. Perfect. All right. So as you head around the corner, what you see is you actually see a familiar face. You see the bartender, Ruby, and she is holding in her arms the desiccated corpse of a child who is twitching and moving slightly. Just looks at you as you enter, and Ruby seems to just be glazed over and just holding the child. What do you do?
I will reach over his shoulder and I would like to cast Dispel Magic on her.
On her?
Yes.
Okay. So you take out your incantations and you begin chanting, and you quickly break what you thought was a magic spell, but nothing happens. She is not under a magic spell, and she's just. You may roll an insight check, though.
Oh, please. Oh, nice. That's going to be a 23 altogether.
Okay, so a 23. Ruby seemed like a very nice, jolly person. And judging by the way she's rocking this corpse back and forth, you're getting the idea this might be her child. And this isn't a spell she's under. She's mourning her undead child that she is holding in her arms, rocking back and forth. She does not acknowledge your existence.
I'm gonna go ahead and slowly step out of the room.
Okay. Step out of the room.
I don't see them doing any kind of harm here, so
Okay. What do you do?
I look at my compatriots and all that. You guys can go ahead and make this decision. I've already lived my life. If we're not doing anything, I'm going back to bed.
Is what is it? What is it? What is it?
Oh, yeah, you're not seeing this. So
It's
the bartender is rocking a zombie, basically, a child zombie.
I am going to step into the room.
Okay, you are invisible. They don't acknowledge you anyways, but you see what I've
I will
described.
break my invisibility
Okay.
and I will approach but not get, right on top of her.
Sure.
Like maybe 10, 15 feet, I think.
She just kind of is humming, looking back, and then as you take one more step forward, she just stops and she looks up at you. Oh, I'm sorry, lass. I didn't know you were there. This is Erwin. Isn't he lovely?
I'm sure he was, dear.
She just smiles.
You know he doesn't belong here anymore, right?
looks at you like she doesn't understand what you're asking.
I do my best to explain to her that if we are able to get rid of this necromancer, he will be back to where he's supposed to be.
Make a persuasion check for me.
It's going to be a 22.
22.
Or, yeah, wait. No. 8, 14. Yeah.
Lass, you don't understand. I asked him to do this. He did this for me. He's done so much to help us. He reunited me with my son. Just caresses the child's head.
I cry a little bit and I hang my head and I tell her enjoy the time that she has.
She smiles and nods at you.
I will go back to my room.
Okay. As you all can hear this conversation, by the way, so you hear this going on, but while that's going on, I'm gonna have both Martin and Govis, both of you make a perception check.
That would be a 12 for
Okay.
me.
17 for me.
All right, 17 gets it. You hear coming from this direction. The door, it's after hours. The door is always unlocked, but someone has just entered the someone has just entered the tavern and is being intentionally quiet about it.
I tap my buddy on the shoulder and say, "Hey, let's check this out real
Hey.
quick."
Okay.
Okay, so you both head to the main room of the tavern. Let me get you guys. Is there a barrier? There might be a barrier.
Yeah.
Take care of that. There we go. So as you head in, you see what looks like a small figure of some sort, which I have to find hidden in my fog of war. Hang on just a second.
It's okay,
There we
sweet.
Man, that's such lifelike baby sounds
I know, right?
for the little baby with her.
Zombie baby. Okay, so standing at the bar is what looks like halfling size person in a cloak and holding what looks like a scroll of some sort. And then you see Lurch goes over to the halfling of and gives them a package of some sort, like a big crate of something. And the halfling, or halfling size person, grabs a hold of the box and uh, kind of looks around a little suspiciously. You guys can make an insight check if you would like, and begins heading towards the exit of the tavern.
Yo, that's that's an unnatural one.
Ooh.
19.
All right, the 19 gets it. Luckily, you don't botch on an unnatural one. So the 19, she seems worried of being seen. Uh, you do get sort of a feminine vibe from this person, and she's looking around very cautiously and definitely does not want to be followed. And you see Lurch go back into the cave.
I'll thinking back on my past, using past experiences and everything. I'm like, I usually get in trouble when I do these kinds of things. I'm old. I'm retired. I'm just helping out. I'm gonna let it be.
Okay. The child, well, the there we go. The halfling-sized person takes the crate and heads outside the tavern and leaves. Do you guys head back to bed and get your full night rest?
I definitely do.
Okay. You can go ahead and hit
Yeah.
that full rest button on your D&D Beyond character sheet.
Long rest. Take. Apply. Oh wait, I have to confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It resets everything, so make sure you're sure of it.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So Lurch is out there dealing strange meats to children.
All right,
That's what
so
I took away from it. With an unnatural one, it's just back market meat deals.
fair enough. All right, so the next morning, you all wake up, and do you do anything in the tavern besides, your normal morning routines, eating, bathing, doing all that if you bathe? And are you gonna head straight to the swamp area in that direction, or is there anything else you would like to do in the tavern or town area first?
Well, from what I saw last night, I'm having second thoughts on this necromancer, but I could always have a third thought later.
Fair enough.
But information is always vital, because what if this guy is just a good necromancer?
Some people just enjoy doing their craft.
I mean, yeah, he could just be like, yo, I'm a master of my trade. Okay, well, I think that we should at least ask like two more people in town what their experiences are. So that way we've got at least a broader consensus. Because right now we've got what, like 2.5 conflicting stories?
Mhm.
Well, maybe we can talk to Lurch
Not
and
bringing them
get a little
back.
bit more information on what happened last night.
Sure.
True, chefs are good character judges. I know this because of our chef at home. He says I'm pretty smart, and I gotta agree with him.
You should definitely be the one to talk to Lurch then.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Me and chefs, we got a thing. So it's a wavelength.
So do you mosey on over to the kitchen and knock on the door to talk to Lurch?
Yeah, let me lurch over there.
I'm gonna sit by the fire.
Yo, Lurch. You home?
You home? The door opens and you hear, "Yeah, come in."
Okay,
And
okay.
you
Yo.
you see him sitting on a stool that is way too small for him. And he's just kind of lurched over and looking. Oh, hello.
Hello.
What you want?
What's for breakfast?
No more fingers.
Yeah, you almost got me with that one. You got to be a little more careful.
You want eggs?
That sounds great.
He's
Prepare him however's best.
yeah, he stands up and he starts making you food. So you can talk to him while he's doing that if you'd like.
Okay. So,
Would you like her to be helped?
Lurch, Govus wants to know what's your experience with this necromancer? What do you know about him? Does he seem
Oh,
like a okay guy, or
Auric?
because the guy in the tower.
Lurch doesn't
Is that
deal
his
with
name,
him
Auric?
very, very much. Yeah, his name Auric. I mostly talk to granddaughter Molly Auric.
Molly Auric. Okay, so that's the granddaughter. What's she like? Is she a good person?
Uh, what mean good person?
Hmm. That is a complex moral conundrum. What is good? Would you prefer to be with her than, I don't know, a couple other trolls?
Trolls are mean and stinky and gross. I'd much rather be with Molly. She nice. A little stinky, but not too
Oh,
bad.
okay, yeah. See, nice is good. Nice is good. That's a good way to say good. Good is nice.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Molly nice.
Okay. Now, is Auric nice from
Uh,
your experience?
there's no meat Auric before, but Ruby like Auric.
True, true. We heard her say that she likes Auric. We talked to her last
Marty,
night. Oh, are you good? Do I need to
my back.
speak more towards the?
There you are. Okay, I lost my audio for a second. Sorry
No.
about that.
Okay. So Molly's good. Ruby thinks that Auric is good. Um. Okay. Okay. Well. Do you know where Molly might be so we could talk to her?
You go back tower through swamp.
Okay. So
She had light feet.
Molly's through the swamp.
Light feet,
She
no
has light
disturb.
feet.
Yeah, no disturb the water. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's important? The water?
Huh?
The water is important?
What? What water?
Not disturbing the water with her light feet.
Just stares
Or
at
is
you
that just
blankly, like he doesn't know what he just said to you.
oh
You're getting the idea he's a little slow.
okay, yeah, no, I'm well, whenever you're done with those eggs, buddy,
Right, yeah, he's gonna
I'll take them off your hands.
he'll serve you up your breakfast, and they're they're passable. They're not horrible. They don't give you food poisoning, so that's
Heck,
good.
heck, heck yeah. I love not food poisoning. That's my
Right?
favorite flavor.
Okay. Is there anyone else you would like to
I,
talk
I
to?
no, I'll finish off my not food poisoned eggs and see what everybody else is doing around the campfire.
Hey, Martine, you think we should wake up the old orc?
Is old orc still
He's
asleep?
still here?
The old
Is he
orc,
dead?
the old orc is still. He's not as like snory as he was last night, so he might be like a little conscious. You're not sure, really.
Uh, it's always worth a shot. Doesn't look like our guide's here yet. My suggestion is greet him with some morning ale.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want one?
Nah.
As
I go and I get 2 ales.
as you grab the ale and you kind of like are about to like lean it towards The orc, it's like the smell catches his nose, and he just kind of, his eyes are still closed, and he just perks up and slowly gravitates towards the smell and just grabs a hold of the ale. Before opening his eyes, he takes a nice big swig of it and opens it. Oh, great. What do you want?
Just a moment of your time if you're up for it.
Ah, just bought you a moment. What do you want?
I was wondering what you might be able to tell me about the necromancer in the tower.
Spits onto the ground a nice big green loogie. Fucking piece of shit abomination. My wife's gone over there, is talking to him, he's going around and causing curses, and people are dying. I'd put an axe through his head myself. But why haven't I?
You want to
Takes
join
another
our
sip.
group and possibly take that chance?
Who the hell are you?
Somebody who might do something about it, and you seem to be on the same page as us of get rid of him.
My wife's. My wife would probably kill me, and I'm more afraid of her than I am the necromancer.
I can understand that. Well, you don't seem to have any praise for him, unlike a couple of the others.
Dark magic don't mix well with us orcs.
I don't see it mixing well with pretty much anybody. But I think we might be taking care of something or doing something about that problem. But
Good on ya.
we'll leave you to it, and we hope you have a good afternoon or a good morning.
Raises the ale and just swigs in return. Okay, what would you guys like to do? A few moments go by, and the guide will show up. The ranger does show up.
Okay. We would make sure that he's prepared for the trek, and then we would head out with him.
Okay. All right. A few hours go by. A few hours go by, and you finally get to this these logs that are like broken over and going over this chasm. You see this swampy water, and the smell of the swamp kind of assaults your noses. You can kind of feel this dampness in the air around you, and you can hear the crickets in the area. And as you take a few steps, they all go silent. Hear the movement of water just kind of stagnating in a few spots, and you see Keoloan kind of looks up. It's like, all right, this is as far as I go. All you, hi. And he's not even gonna wait for you to respond. Just turns around and leaves.
Hmm.
Well, at least we weren't paying him because this is a nice spot to just get left. But hey, at least it wasn't. He did his part anyways.
All right, I'm gonna have everyone make a perception check.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Luckily, all of you have dark vision.
Come on. Yes.
13 for me.
That's an 8.
24.
24. Okay. You're kind of cautiously heading towards the wood, and you make it across the first bridge area right here. So remove your uh, and you get to right around here-ish. When you see something kind of squirming underwater, and it looks like some sort of serpentine eel of sorts, and it just keeps going. It's huge, but it doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. And you see like fins kind of coming off of it. You see several parts of the body that are decayed, and there are like pieces of ribs that are kind of poking out of it. Blood and ichor like congealed, and it smells horrific when you see a little bit of the flesh surface for just a moment, and like this crest of scales as it submerges once again.
Like rotten Loch Ness. Ugh. It's the Rotten Ness monster.
Oh God.
What do you
To
do?
those who haven't seen it yet, I take the tip of my sword and I kind of point towards it, so that way I show them.
Okay. I'm gonna have everyone make an initiative roll. And I know you haven't engaged in combat yet, but if you want to try to sneak or surprise it, we can try to do that. That's completely up to you. Or you can hit it on face on if you want.
That's a 16.
Okay.
21 for me.
10 flat.
Okay. So. Okay, the 21 goes first. It is surprised. You could get an attack of opportunity on it if you would like. Well, not an attack of opportunity, but a surprise attack on it if you would like. Or you could try to sneak by it, or you could leave it alone. You could study it for a little bit. Completely up to you.
I look at them and I turn and I cast slow on it.
Hey. Let me. And what save is that?
Wisdom
Wisdom.
16 is what you need to get.
It fails as you see it kind of start to slow down. That halves its movement speed, right? If I recall.
And it can only either use one action or one reaction, or bonus action.
Good.
One or the
Half
other, I
speed,
think.
-2 to AC and Dex saving throws, and
Nice.
it can't use reactions.
Okay, that's nice. So as you cast that, it feels that magical energy being cast on it. As you see this iridescent scale submerge and breach from the surface, and just like coils up around you, and it's gigantic. This is actually scale. Can you for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So it spirals around. There's this that god awful smell as you see the patches of it and different pieces of bone and sinew just like slarching off of it as it breaches, and it looks at you guys. But it's in slow motion as it's doing so because of the casting spell that's on it. So that was your surprise round. It is still technically surprised, so it can't do anything on its turn. However, it does have a lair action at turn 20. So I'm going to have everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that's 16 for me.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
11.
Okay. The 11 is the only one that doesn't pass. Which one was that?
Martin.
Hard. Okay, so basically, you see as it screams, the swamp itself seems to react to its command. As you see roots and vines begin to come out from the swamp and attempt to bind all of you. However, the other two are able to kind of skirt out of the way, and it wraps around Martin, and you are now entangled. So you're gonna have to either break free or stay still on your next turn.
Okay.
All right. So who got the next roll?
I believe I did. With a 16?
Yes. So that was
Okay.
Fiore and
Govis.
Govis. All right. Hey, Govis, what do you do? It is your turn.
I'm gonna step here and I'm gonna take the help action to help get him unstuck.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then that just works. You're able to break him free out of it. Do you do anything for with a bonus action?
Let me see. What can I bonus action? I think I can. Let's see. I can take the. I'm gonna hide behind this bush.
Okay. So basically, you go over and you rip the vines off of him and quickly dodge behind that bush. Luckily, it doesn't seem to notice. It's still surprised, so it can't react to you. And it can't anyways because it's slow. So it is now its turn. But before it becomes its turn, it's going to take one of its legendary actions and go for a bite attack on the caster. So what is your AC?
19.
However, it misses. As you see, it just kind of comes like it's because it's in slow motion. That magic is working, and you're just able to quickly step aside from it as it chomps down. You can see inside of its gullet there are these rows of teeth, just like rows and rows, almost like a lamprey, like you described before, but it's more of a maw rather than a circular sort of passage. So now it is its turn. And it is going to take a multi-attack as its action. Um, and you are all within its range because it's gargantuan size. So, attack. So, Martin does a 7 plus 26 hit you. I would assume
Yeah,
so. Okay.
of course.
Yeah. And the other one is a 21 to hit Miori.
Yes,
Okay.
that is.
All right. So Miori,
Well, what was the total again?
it was 21. Do you have shield?
I do have shield.
Do you want to use it?
You said it was a 21 total or 26?
21 total is what it hit.
Oh, 21 doesn't hit me.
Oh, 21 just doesn't hit you. Perfect.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Goes out of the way. Oh, wait. Who is that? Was that Martin?
Yeah.
Martin
Martin
got
had the 26
Martin
to
got
get
the
hit,
26.
and I had the 21 to get hit.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So it was Martin got hit, but it was Miori that was getting.
I'll take the hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you have anything you could do as a reaction to the incoming attack, Miori?
No.
Okay. All right. All right, you take a total of 11 points of damage, and I'm going to have you make a strength saving throw. This is Martin.
Strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Uh, 19 plus 8.
Oh, easily. So this thing rears up and is about to come down, crashing on you. You brace yourself and grab a hold of its jaw while it's trying, and you're basically pushing against this thing biting at you. And that's going to be the rest of your turn. Just, so it is now, who rolled the 10?
I rolled the 10.
Okay, that's you. So it's your turn.
Very good.
All right, good girl.
So it's gonna be. So basically, I'm entrapped again.
You're not
Or-
entrapped. That was just cinematic. It's your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn
How
around and
much
say,
damage did I take? Sorry.
Oh, I forgot to roll you. Good call. Thank you for being honest. That was a slam. You take 9 points of damage, and it cracks with thunder, and you take an additional 5 thunder damage. So 14 total. Okay, now it's Martin's turn.
well, I'm gonna turn around and say, showtime. And as soon as that happens, out from underneath my cloak flies a little tawny bar now, because I have Find Familiar,
Nice.
and the familiar is going to use the help action as it flies by, trying to distract it. It's going to
Okay.
fly next to it and then out of its range,
Okay.
giving me advantage on my attack roll.
Yep, absolutely. Go for it. Good thing.
Yeah. Let's see. 13 plus 8.
What kind of damage?
25.
It's 21 damage. It is slashing.
21 slashing? Okay.
21 to hit, I'm sorry. 1d8.
Oh, 21 to hit, not the damage. That's
Yeah.
just the hit. Yes, that hits.
Okay. D8. Let's see, that's 9 points of damage slashing.
So yeah, what were you attacking with, by the way? What weapon?
My flame tongue.
Oh, okay, yeah, your flame tongue. So it ignites in that fire damage. Doesn't it do fire damage too? Additional fire damage?
It does, but I have to activate it first.
Oh, okay. Oh, and you did not do that. Okay. So
I
yeah,
did not.
you take a slice on that, and you see a little bit of blood, but the blood itself, when it gashes outwards, the blood itself is becoming emulsified and congealed as it hits the air, and it looks like the blood itself almost seems alive as it kind of stretches out and pulls back into the body.
That's gross.
Okay, so with that, I'll use my reaction to activate the sword,
Okay.
and then go for my second attack.
All right, go for it.
Is this one also with advantage or no?
No, the help only offers advantage for the first attack.
Blue sweater is there.
I'm making sure.
Pretty sure.
Be the one that would hit you the best.
Is it 26 hit?
26 absolutely hits.
Alright, so this is going to be... that's 7 slashing. And... 9 fire.
Okay, 7. All right. As the sword impacts, you hear a hiss from the creature, and you can see the boiling of this, like the water and the visceral gash that you left in it. And you bring back the sword, and it is now Yori's turn.
All right. I am going to move around where I have a little more cover. Yeah, be like right about there, and I am going to cast Blight. On it.
Okay, I love blight. What saving throw is that?
Con 16 again.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Oh, my neck.
I was about to
I'll give you advantage on this because of your knowledge of your own spells.
18.
Okay. So 18, you know that Blight is a necromancy spell that doesn't actually work on other necromantic beings, which you think this might be. Do you want to try it anyways, or would you like to take that back?
No, I would definitely take that back.
Okay.
Let me... do. I will do a fireball
Okay.
face.
All right. I'm assuming you're casting it back here so you don't you hit your allies and whatnot. It's like a 60-foot radius. Okay. All right. Go ahead and it's gonna have to make
20-foot radius is that, and it's a dex save.
dex save. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your damage because it's gonna take half regardless of it whether it's saved.
That was 8d6. And plus 5 for my modifier.
Holy shit. Okay, it is half, but that is nice damage.
Do I need to roll to hit on that one?
Nope. No, it
No,
rolls,
no,
it
no,
rolls
it's a
to
dex
dodge.
save.
Yeah.
It's fire bolt that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you basically conjure up this arcane energy, you reach into your pack and you pull out a little tiny thing of bat guano, and you flick it towards it. And as it flicks through the air, it ignites and sparks in the air with this giant fireball, blasts into it. And you see a good chunk of it just completely immolates and shrivels up. It has taken 45 damage so far, making it Govas' turn.
Okay. I had to load up a thing to find this. So, oh, how big is this thing? Like, it's
Gargantuan.
like from here to like here.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm just over here hiding in a bush. Okay, so I'm going to rage up to it, inducing rage,
Okay.
and then
You have to roll on a random chart
Yeah.
for that, right? Because of wild magic?
yes, I do. That's what I'm pulling up the chart right now. It's a D8. Come here, chart. Open. There we go. Okay, let's see. Oh, that didn't work. D8. I didn't put the slash. Okay, number 1.
Okay, so
Let's see.
as you rage that bestial rage, you hear the cry and it reverberates and actually causes like this torrent of waves around you. As you see these like at first you were thinking that it might be part of the Bakunawa, but it's actually from you as you see the shadowy tendrils just kind of snake up around you. Okay, so it's gonna have to make a constitution throw.
Let's see. What is my spell save DC for this? D&D Beyond, go!
It is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your constitution modifier.
Okay. Constitution modifier is +3, so that's 13.
Oh, it fails. So as you do this, you see the tendrils kind of wrap around it and begin like leeching its energy away. But then you see this creature just kind of shrug it off and blast away, and it's going to decide to succeed on the save anyways, by using one of its legendary
Oh,
resistances.
okay,
You
okay,
you do still gain the temporary hit points though.
okay. Temporary. What did I roll? A
You
10.
yeah, you rolled a 10, so you get those 10 temporary hit points.
Okay. Let me add that there. And then let's see. Actions. We are going to attack it with our glaive.
Okay,
That is maybe 20. That's a 19 to hit.
that hits.
Well, plus whatever. And then a glaive is a D10 plus my strength. Oh, can't I re-roll ones, I believe? Or was that something else? I'm not sure if I can re-roll ones.
Be under your features and traits.
Features and traits. I don't believe I can re-roll ones. So plus the strength modifier is 5, so 6 damage.
Okay. So cutting in, you open a new wound on it, and
Oh wait, 8 damage because
8
of
damage.
rage.
Perfect. Oh yeah. Rage is... As the bestial roar, basically as it roared at you in the face, you decided to return with it. It may be bigger than you, but you don't care. And you managed to knock one of its teeth out with that, and you actually catch it in the middle of, while it's still in the air, and pocket into your pack. You can go ahead and write down a Baku tooth if you would like.
Score.
Okay, it is going to take, it's going to use up all 3 of its legendary actions for this turn after your turn, and it's going to reel up as you see this, like, torrent of electrical energy all around it, as its mouth seems to, like, focus all of this electricity, and reels back, and blasts it all at you. That's going to be saving throw. It gets targets. No, it's not saving throw. It's that. So it is gonna go after Miori and Govis. So for Miori, it misses, luckily. And Govis, I think it might miss you as well. Does a 21 hit?
I believe so, with an armor class of 17. Well,
Okay.
actually 15 because I can't shield with a two-handed.
Right. So
So I am at 15 at the moment.
okay. You take a total of 9 points of damage. 4 of that is bludgeoning, the rest is lightning damage. As it blasts you with
Okay,
that
so
torrent of energy. Yuri, however, you're able to dodge out of the way.
Awesome.
so how much was it bludgeoning?
The bludgeoning was 4, so that would be halved.
Okay, so 2. Okay, so minus 7 total. So I have 3 temporary. Boom.
Okay. That was its legendary actions that it just used up. It is now... Oh, did you have anything else that you could do with your turn? I forgot to ask if you had any bonus actions, Govis.
Rage was the bonus action.
Oh, okay, perfect. That's right. So it is now its turn. After it takes its legendary actions, it now gets its turn. It is still subjected to slow. How long does slow last, by the way?
It lasts up to a minute.
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be affected pretty much this entire battle.
Yo,
Most
slow
likely.
P.
Slow is OP. I should have used the legendary resistance on that. Whoops, my bad. Okay, so its turn. It can only take one action. Yeah, it's going to take a bite attack at Govis since they're right in front. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, verily, verily, verily.
Barely so. Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Verily. Oh wait, yeah, there's a button for that. Boing. Oh wait, well I get advantage because I'm raging.
Yeah, that's right.
So okay, and then strength saving throw. That's +8, so that is a 17.
17 is exactly what you needed to pass. As
Nice.
it comes down and it tries to grab a hold of you, but you're able to just through sheer force, like it grabs around you, and you can feel it, its teeth grab into your side, and you feel the damage as you take a total of
Yeah.
7 points of damage because you're raging. And
Okay,
just
okay.
through sheer anger, you grab a hold of its maw and pry it off of you, and then snap it back to where it is. Okay, that makes it Martin's turn.
Bad death noodle.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay within range, but circle around it.
Okay.
About right here. Perfect. And then I'm gonna have my familiar turn around to use the help action, but not for me. I'm actually gonna go ahead and help out Rex's character here.
Yeah, so they get the advantage for the sneak attack. I gotcha.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Okay. And so yeah, you see, what kind of familiar is it, by the way?
It is a tawny bar now.
A tawny? What is that?
Tawny is just a like a
It's a
coloration, right?
coloration distinction. It's almost like
It's a bar now.
tan but white.
Oh, okay.
Very light tan, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be doing a good enough job distracting it. And is there anything else you can do this round? I think you can still take your attacks.
Yes, I can still take my attacks. Because moving him and everything doesn't cost me anything.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and do what fighters do best. And swing my sword at it.
Sword chucks go.
Let's
That
see, so
definitely
that's a
hits.
22. Yeah.
Yeah, its AC right now is 13 because of slow. So I'll just tell you guys, you are probably going to hit it.
Okay. Let's see, 1d8. 8 plus 5, 13 damage and slashing. And 7 damage and fire.
7
For
damage
the
of
first
fire.
attack. That's the first attack.
Okay.
And that's a 12, so that one misses.
Unfortunately, that one does miss. Okay. So it is now. It already used up its legendary actions for this turn. So Miori, it is your turn.
If I'm seeing this right, there's still an area. I'm going to mark it with my character for a second where I can still cast Fireball that it's not going to hit them right about here. Or
Yeah,
a little
you can
further
also cast it back here, and it will still hit it. So.
All right. I'm going to keep where I was at cover, but I am going to cast this Fireball at 4th level.
Oh, and it failed miserably. Go ahead and roll that damage.
9d6.
Ooh. That's rough. Why is this thing doesn't have fire resistance? Ooh!
Nice, another good hit.
So it's like a cacophony of explosions just all around it as you hear it go. It reels back from the pain. It has taken a substantial amount of damage. Let's.
The only thing is I have to target 2 creatures at that point, and because it's big enough, I don't know if there's actually 2 areas that I can target it without hitting you guys.
Oh, to dual cast it?
Yeah, I've been thinking about twinning it, but the way it says it, you technically have to take 2 targets when it.
Yeah, you need targets.
Technically, I can target 2 different areas with it because both explosions would hit it. I'm not wanting to.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I think the way the spell's worded, you target a point in space. So you could technically target an inch right next to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Then
I would rule the adjacent square, but yes, I would allow that.
Then I will keep that in mind. I didn't want to push my luck.
Sure, no problem. If you want to retroactively use the sorcery points to do it now, I will let you do.
Okay, I will go ahead and twin spell it.
All right, go for it.
Let me. See.
So that's another dex save.
John likes his fireworks.
Oh, it's so warm in this swamp.
There's so many stories I could tell. But, we don't have time for that. Go ahead and roll that again. That's 30 that time.
Watch this not be a sea creature of some kind. It was just someone's pet that they flushed.
So as the second one hits, it seems to have basically the first one blasted it out of the range slightly of the second one, so it didn't do as much damage. It passed its dexterity saving throw, so it only took 15. However, it has taken a total of 115 points of damage and is looking very hurt. You see several spots on it that are just exposed, organs and whatnot. It is not in good shape. This thing is going to die even if you guys stop now. However, it is layer action time. I'm going to have everyone make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, I'm sorry. It's going to use its other layer action. So the only people that are going to make the dexterity saving throw are going to be Martin and Miori.
What are we rolling? A dex save?
Dex save, yep.
That's an 8.
Oh, you have no dex?
I'm a fighter in plate mail. Why would I need dex?
Right.
That's a 6.
For this.
Still roll better stealth than you, though.
True, but that's just me. That has nothing to do with my character. That's just my luck.
That's a 6 for me.
Okay, you both take a menial 2 points of damage as you feel these small, like, leech creatures latch onto you and begin to damage you. However, that's when that's when both of you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, y'all got leech herpes.
Leech herpes!
Unnatural 20 for me.
Okay, the natural 20 definitely succeeds.
15.
The 15 also succeeds. Neither of you take any additional poison damage.
Was it like a gas or a vapor?
No.
Okay.
Okay, and it is now Govis's turn.
Okay. Govis will bonus action disengage or move this way. and we'll use his action to do bolstering magic. Okay, and I will roll a d3.
Remember, my familiar is helping you.
Yep, you are.
Oh
You are
yeah,
being helped, so you're at the advantage for an actual attack roll.
true.
But it can also be a
Yes.
spell attack too. So if you have a spell attack that you can use, that would also work, and that would also give you the sneak attack bonus.
I don't have any offensive spells, I don't think. All mine are racial. Wall of water. Does water hurt it?
I mean, you could
Only
try,
one way to find out.
True.
or you could just try attacking it too. You've got
yeah,
the advantage.
I'll glaive it.
Okay.
I'll glaive it. So that is plus
And you're at
plus
the
8
advantage.
to hit. So that's a 19 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Okay.
You
So
get your sneak attack
then
damage on this too.
that is 1d10 or 1d6. And then, so that's 9 with the sneak attack, and then plus
Good thing it wasn't.
strength, and so plus 7, so that is 16 damage.
Okay, 16 points of damage. Okay, it does not look like it's enjoying itself right now. It's going to take a legendary action, and it's going to fly 30 feet up in the air without provoking an attack of opportunity, and it's going to try to stay out of your reach. That happens after your turn, though, so if you have a second action, a second attack, you can take that before it does this.
Oh, yes, I do have an extra attack. So I will glaive at it again with a 19.
Yeah, this one does not have
And
advantage.
then, yeah, so that's, what, a 27 to hit, I think?
Yeah, that hits.
So 1d10 plus 7 is 11 damage more.
Okay, so basically, you come in and you slash it, and then it looks like it's about to fly away. However, it exposes a vital organ, or what you think is a vital organ. And at this point, I'm going to have you tell me what happens. You have delivered the
I'm
killing
gonna
blow.
just chuck that glaive up into it as it's taking off.
Okay.
I'm gonna just, like, javelin it.
Okay, so as you javelin it across, you basically, it throws up into the air and jabs right into its underbelly. You jump up and follow through, grab a hold of it as it's trying to fly up, and you use your weight to go down as it's going up, and you just rip the bottom half where its tail is basically split in twine. So it's flailing like this as it falls and twitches on the ground until it finally does
Oh,
that last death knell. And it is motion.
Good job.
I cast.
guys, eel meat is a delicacy
I would not.
in some parts.
I
And neither would I.
I use my cantrip, create bonfire, and I create enough fire to destroy the rest of it.
Okay, that's going to take you like an hour or so because of how big it is, but you are able to do so, and you dispose of the corpse. Okay. The threat seems to have passed. You can see the tower in the distance. What do you do?
Guys, let's do this.
All right.
Let's get to that tower.
Well, in all my years, I've never experienced something like that.
That was definitely a bit to deal with.
Okay.
Yo, Rapunzel.
Do you want to take a short rest before you head towards the tower?
I would say yes, because I need to convert a couple of my sorcery points that I have left to a couple of my spells again.
Sure. Go for it.
Uh,
At this point, you may
Gotta make
also
sure I do
spend
it right.
some hit dice to allow yourself to heal.
I will also take one of the health potions that I have.
Perfect.
Let's see.
You guys okay if we go a little over the 2 hours?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah?
We're almost done, but we've got like the last stretch.
All right. 9 plus 4, 13.
Okay. Very nice.
There we go. I got my 3 HP back.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys did pretty well that battle. That was a challenge rating.
Yeah,
That was a challenge rating 12.
Only a 12?
Yeah, only a 12. Okay. So as you take that moment of respite, you all see the tower looming in the distance. You see the lights on the balcony, but other than that, there's like no lights on the bottom. So actually getting up to the tower is going to be a little bit of an athletic feat in and of itself. However, you feel ready to do so, and once you are ready, you can make an acrobatics or athletics check, whichever is better for you.
Ooh.
I'm going athletics.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm stuck because I'm still new at this. Greater potion of healing is 8d4 or 4 or
Uh,
60.
Greater, I think, is 4? Double check.
If you click on the item, it should actually pop up the information on your right hand side.
4 die 4 plus 4.
Okay. Yeah, there it is.
I think with a nat 20 for a total of 25 probably does it.
You're good.
Cool. That puts me 1 hit point down. That is a 15 I rolled, right?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so there's that.
17.
Features and traits. There
Then
we go.
Miori, just when you get a chance, make an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever is better for you.
Yeah, sweetheart.
15.
Okay, perfect. So you all ascend the rocky hills, and it looks like it's just you see like this little pathway with small footprints that have been like worn into it over time, and you follow that passage, and it gets you to the stairs that kind of curl up to the side, and you're at the base of the tower at this point, and at the door. What do you do?
So we're at the bottom of the tower. Is there any like way in, or is there a door?
Yeah, there is a door in front of you.
Let's knock, guys.
Okay, who knocks?
I will knock.
Okay, so you knock, and there's a moment of silence as you're waiting for a response. Then
Man, it's a tower.
you see a shutter open, an eye slot, and you see two uh, cold blue eyes look at you, and the person has like this pale white, bluish skin, and you hear a, "What do you want?"
Guys, I didn't think we'd get this far.
We have come to talk to the master of the tower.
On what business?
That is ours and his, not yours. Just tell him that somebody is here to see him.
Make a persuasion check for me. What's your background?
Spy and criminal. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh.
He laughs at you and closes the eye slit.
Oh. Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah, no.
Kids these days. I go ahead and bang on the door again.
Okay. A little harder this time. The eye slit opens. It's him again. What?
I pull out a gold coin.
Do you want a prize?
Door prize.
Make a persuasion check at the disadvantage. Oh, that was almost a double 18.
Yeah, I saw.
He closes the eye slit and doesn't respond to you.
Yeah.
Guys, are we gonna have to do this that way?
I prepared to start casting bonfire on the door. To burn it.
Fire on the
Oh,
door.
wait. Don't burn the man's door. Don't burn the man's door.
Are you sure?
That's very unseemly.
At this point, that's kind of all we have.
Let me try really quick before we don't bonfire the door.
Okay, I'll hold the idea
Okay.
of bonfiring the door.
You have the spell ready to go
Okay.
off whenever you want, though.
My nobility's got to be kicking in.
Okay.
Come on, nobility trait.
Nobility gives you the advantage, so go ahead and roll.
Please forgive my accoutrement. They're not. Oh wait, that's a question mark, not a. There we go. There's one. Okay, so that's a persuasion.
Mhm.
Okay, so +4 would be a 15.
Okay. So
I'm. Excuse my friends. They're not used to decorum as such. Well, maybe the one is, but the other, he's having an off day. I don't know why he would offer you such a paltry sum. And I flash him 50 gold pieces.
finally, someone who speaks the language. You hear the unlocking of the
I
door.
speak politics very fluently.
The door opens. As you see before you, a little bit of a shocking sight. You see regal robes. It's the first thing you see. You know, he's dressed to the nines. He looks noble, which is probably why you were able to get through to him. However, his face, there's a big chunk missing out of it. You can see exposed muscle and tendons, as well as the skull in some areas. One of his eyes is just completely gone. And he's taken substantial damage. You're looking at a definite undead creature in front of you. Let me get my mouse.
Is it wireless? Because if it's wireless, it's a gerbil or a hamster, not a mouse.
No, it's not wireless. Okay. So he opens the door and allows you to pass.
Yo, gentlemen.
Okay. As you head in, you see the base of the tower. It wraps around. You see over here there is a door, and it looks like it does curve around this way as well. He accompanies you to about right here, expecting you to go to this door that leads up. But you do see kind of peeking around this side, there is another door.
Okay, so we go this way?
If you wanted to go upstairs to speak with the necromancer, quote unquote, it would be this
Yes.
way. The other room
Oh, okay.
is that way.
It's probably the dungeon.
Yeah, okay, so we shall,
We go upstairs.
yes.
I would like to take a better look at the statues between the doors.
Sure. Go
Oh,
ahead and
yeah.
make an investigation.
Can I give him the help action?
Yes, you can.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Oh, that didn't help. So 10
They look like
total.
statues. I mean, they look like really regal old bronze statues. They have a little bit of that. What is that called? Tarnish on it. But other than that, they're just statues.
Well, patinaed.
Patina. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Awesome.
Well, I knock politely on the door.
You can just go in. You hear from the guard.
I attempt to go in.
Okay. Well. So you see the spiral staircase leading upwards. I'm just gonna yeet you guys over to the next.
Yeet.
Ah, the world's moving.
Golfus Saradath the Fourth.
All right, it leads into an area that looks like a makeshift armory. It has some racks of like armor. There's some weapons, bows, and different things like that. There's no one actually in this room. There's an empty chest and two doors, one behind you and one in front of you.
So I'm assuming we came from the one behind us.
Well, you came from this entrance right here. There's also a door
Oh,
here
okay,
and a door here.
okay. Okay, so
I will pick the one that I'm closest to, and I will knock on it.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and there is a gentleman that is in the same sort of outfit, but he has a rapier at his side, and he looks a little more touched up. Like he goes out of his ways to not look as undead, and he like covers it up with foundation and stuff like that. You see him approach and basically opens the door. Hmm? Who blazes are you? You hear from undead gentleman.
We're here to see the necromancer.
Keep going up. What do you need with Auric?
Just got to see him about a matter.
All right. Good luck.
Is there any information about him that you might be willing to give us the help? Is he fairly friendly? Does he like willing to talk to people?
He's my uncle. You know,
Your
he's
uncle?
he's undead. Like me, I assume you're not too afraid of that if you're just willy-nilly talking to me. Usually not the looks I get.
Yeah, I definitely understand that, but it's starting to grow on us.
I hate it when things start to grow on me.
I imagine so.
Well, if you're not here for a fight, then just head on upstairs.
If we're here for a Fight?
If you're not here
Where
for
else
a
would
fight.
we hear?
If you're
I-
not here for a
Where do
fight,
we
head
go
up
for
there.
the fight,
If we're
though?
here for a fight, are we supposed to go somewhere
If
else?
you're here for a fight, I can give you one.
Uh, you look a little beyond what I'm capable of handling, but it could be fun. But maybe another time.
Maybe another time. Good luck to you. Name's
Thank
Clint.
you. Ah, nice to meet you.
Gives you a nod.
I am Mayor.
Mayor. I've been saying your name wrong this entire time.
A little bit, but I've been working on it.
A pleasure.
I'm gonna need that $5 that 5 gold from you. I found the Clint. Hand it over. We had a bet.
You
You
had a
said I
bet?
couldn't find the Clint. No.
Ah. The Clint Commander. All right, so you guys continue heading up?
Yep.
Hey, Bugaboo.
You head up to the last staircase, and it leads into another
Okay.
room, and you see a familiar face. The two people that saw the halfling. I think Mayor, you were still occupied, so you don't recognize the little girl, but you recognize the girl who was given the shipment from the troll, and she is just sitting. She doesn't have her cloak on, and you see what looks like a cute little undead girl, and she's just wiggling her 2 feet off of the sofa, and looks over at you guys and smiles and gives you a wave.
A wave back.
I raise my hand in greeting.
I wave back as well.
Hi, who are you guys?
Just a bunch of curious travelers.
Oh, are you here to see my grandfather?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll go get him. And you see, she will hop off of it really quickly, run past you guys, provoking attacks of opportunity from all of you if you want to take it. But then you see her go to the entrance, and there's this shimmering light, and you see her. She waves her hand in a certain pattern, and then pushes her hand forward, and the barrier seems to dispel, and she walks through and says, "Grampy, you've got visitors." Oh, well, send them in then. Send them in. All of you head into the room as you see what looks like a circular study of some sort. There are books all over the place. In the middle of the room is actually a floating globe of Orth, and you see the broken moon that is orbiting around it, as well as the solid moon that is orbiting away, and it's floating in the center of the room. And you see this man turn around in his chair, and he's all skeleton except for this jewel that's in his forehead. He's got long hair with a receding hairline and a giant beard that goes all the way to his knees. And he crosses his legs and looks at you. How can I help you all today?
Well, really, we just came to talk to you because we got conflicting stories. Like the first people that we ran into in town just said that you're some type of undead horror, just going around wreaking undeadness, and other people are saying that you've been helping them out, and we witnessed what you did for Ruby's son, and so we were just trying to get it from the horse's mouth. That's all.
Fair enough. Well, I appreciate you not just coming in here blazing your arrows and swords and trying to kill me without questioning. It shows maturity, yes. I suppose both parties are correct in a sense. I am an undead, and yes, I am a necromancer. Yes, if people come to me with a dead loved one, I will reunite them with the loved one. And I do have the occasional pet or bodyguard requests, and I consider myself a sort of neutral party, so there are some people who use my gifts for their own benefit. But I would hardly call myself evil.
Another question slash comment. We killed the giant eel thing, or we think we killed it and burnt it.
The Bakanoa.
You see,
Yeah,
like,
I hope that's not a super bad issue.
so you see the arch of his brow, which is weird because it's like a skeleton, but the bone itself actually arches up like he's inquisitive of you mentioning that. And he's like, "You killed the Bakanawa? Thank you. The you don't know how hard trade has been lately. I've been having to send my granddaughter to get supplies for the rest of the way. She's the only one who's light enough to not disturb the water in the swamp. So I thank you greatly for taking care of that problem."
Well, you're welcome. We just didn't know if it was like a family pet or something. We didn't know if we were stepping on toes, but
Fair enough. No, you can do what you want with the body or whatever you find.
Well, we kind of burned the
okay.
body, so
Enough.
Yeah,
He was kind of.
you can never be too safe,
Sure.
and it didn't strike us as intelligent, so that's kind of the hard line for us is intelligence. But y'all even seem gentlemanly.
Well, thank you.
I
I
only have
appreciate
the
it.
one issue with the
Yes?
bartender. Why would you bring it back an infant like that?
As it died in.
But it's not going to grow up. It's going to stay that way forever.
I explained that to Rubadalia. He did not care.
I know. I had the same conversation with her myself.
I understand that love is love. The spirit of the baby is there, and it will know that it's loved by its mother. Beyond that, I just did what she asked.
I personally think you might need to set some sort of boundary. But again, that's my
But that's
opinion.
Fair enough.
I do have a concern. Will that feral child infect anyone else?
No, it is not contagious.
Well, if it's non-harmful to anyone, I say we should leave it be.
Very well. Well, thank you for getting my side of the story, and it's wonderful to. And as he's like genuinely thanking you guys, you hear a kind of a voice speak up, a familiar voice you've heard before, and you hear, "No, no, he's not getting away with that. He's a fucking murderer, just like the rest of his family." And you hear the voice of a halfling from the bar, one that you know, named Miriam. You don't see her though.
I cast the invisibility.
Okay, instantly you cast see invisibility. You kind of look around the room. As I wasn't expecting somebody to actually have see invisibility. Awesome. As you basically can see, she is holding this black sphere in her hand, and she has a dagger to it, like set to it. No, he's not getting away this easy. I'm gonna make him pay.
I am going to use Settle Spell and I'm going to cast Mage Hand. And I am going to grab the sphere because that is more of an open hand. I'm going to try and swipe it away from her.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand as well and try to grab the hand that's holding the dagger.
Okay, you can't see it, so it's going to be at a disadvantage.
That's fine.
But yeah, it will be a regular roll for you. So let's see. I'm going to have you make a. You're just trying to you're trying to grab it with the mage hand. So I will have it be a resisted roll. I'll have you roll a spell attack to signify you're doing it with your mage hand.
Okay. +7. 26.
Was that at the disadvantage because you can't see her?
Oh,
Mine
disadvantage.
is 18.
18.
Or
23.
17. I'm sorry. 17.
17. Okay, 17, that's 23. Okay, so basically, she's like, her eyes go wide open. You're seeing this, Mayor, as she's like, wait, you can see me, sort of thing. As you snatch the spear out of her hand, and you basically lock her hand with the dagger, with your mage hand as well, Govis. And, yeah, she's like,
No, that was Martin.
flabbergasted, and I'm
Martin.
sorry. Oh, it was Martin. Oh, I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
guys have similar voices. Yeah. So she is like frozen in air. You grabbed her dagger, and so Mayor, you have the sphere in your hand, and as you're holding it, you feel this sort of presence. I'm gonna have you make a wisdom saving throw.
14.
14. As you're looking at it, you're getting this like feeling of dread of like not belonging, and you get a glimpse uh of this old caster, this old spellcaster of some sort, and he's in this tower and he's obsessed with the death of his child, and made a bargain with this creature that he summoned, and uh it seemed you're not like seeing, you're not actually hearing the audio, you're just seeing the conversation and the ramifications of the action, and this being seemed to agree to some sort of bargain, um but it warped its wishes, and you see the person who was doing the studying and whatnot becomes undead and is basically lichefied right in front of you. You're seeing this happen through the sphere, and you're getting the idea of the memories that are kind of pouring into your head that the person you're seeing was actually Oric's grandfather and made a bargain with a creature from a long time ago and essentially cursed his bloodline by doing so to be undead. So even though the original may have had ill intention, his descendants might not. But you get a quick flash of all of that as you're looking into the sphere, and you have the dagger in your hand, Martin. Um, she is still invisible. Um, so I guess an initiative roll just to see what order people go in would be prudent here, and then we'll see what everyone else is doing.
12 for me.
Yeah, it looks like I'm last.
Yeah, most likely.
Look, it does math for us, guys.
Right?
It can. Yes.
Look at it. It did it. It did.
You didn't see it when I did my spell modifier with the damage rolls?
No.
It rolled out the entire number plus 5.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh shit, I actually got something before one of my nerdy friends.
nice. All right, Govis, it is your turn, I believe.
Well, I can't see her.
No, but you know roughly where she is
And
by her talking.
true. So I'm going to interpose between them because All I know is that he's got some type of orb and a magical hand that he's got. I don't know what that could be. So this guy got to bodyguard him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ready an action to attack some unseen person
Okay.
with my rope of entanglement if I like feel them get close enough or hear them get close enough.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead and make a perception check at the disadvantage, just to see if you're able to kind of
Okay.
discern where they are.
Okay, what is my perception? Is +1. Okay. Okay, so 12.
Okay. Yeah, you're fairly sure she's in this area. Um. Okay, so Mayor, what are you
Well, if
doing?
she gets closer, she's getting roped.
All right.
I would like to make a perception check to see if I can discern what item on her is giving her the invisibility, or I don't know. I just want to cast Dispel Magic on her.
Oh, you just want to dispel it? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you don't even have to roll because it's under 3rd level. As you dispel the magical spell, and she becomes visible just in front of all of you, and you see basically Miriam, but she's in like leathers and covered her face. She's very stealthy. She's got she had 2 blades, but one of them is in the mage hand that Martin has currently, and she's just standing there like she looks completely outnumbered and not sure what to do. Martin, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're catty corner to her.
And your mic is muted right now.
No, he stood up, I think.
No, he muted. You're hearing him through me because we're in the same room.
Oh yeah.
Well, I am going to turn around and I would say use my bonus action to pull out my sword and prepare myself for. Basically, I'm taking a defensive stance.
Okay, sure. I'm going to. Who has the highest intimidation score?
I believe that would be me. I have a +4.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I have +5.
Nice. Okay, Mayor, if you want to make an intimidation roll for your group at the advantage, this is going to be basically all of you are intimidating this person right now.
21.
Okay. Yeah, she actually takes a step back and kind of hits the hits the bookcase, and you see um that's when Auric actually comes over to Mayor because you're holding the spear at this point, and he reaches out. AI.
I'm not quite sure what it is.
I know
Are you?
precisely.
Will you explain more to me before I hand it over? I don't want to. As you've seen, we haven't just taken one side or the other yet. I want to make sure of what we're doing before.
So, you have the choice literally in your hand. That is my phylactery. A phylactery binds me to this world. Should it be destroyed, so too my essence.
Why does this halfling have such a grudge against you?
I do not know.
Would you be willing to answer?
You say that to Miriam. Miriam
Yes, Miriam.
kind of looks. Do you know who Alexander Eric is? Of course I do. That's my father. She just kind of nods slowly, and you see the tears kind of welling up in her eyes. He led a group of undead into Devonshire and killed everyone I ever loved. I... I... I do not know what to say. And he looks genuinely... not you don't even have to roll insight. The Auric looks genuinely upset by this information and seems to believe it. I am sorry, but I cannot speak for the actions of my father. No, but you can answer for them.
You sure there's not any crimes of your father that you shouldn't answer for then?
Maybe I do. Are you gonna judge them?
No, but why are you to judge him? He hasn't
Because
done
they were
anything.
my family.
I understand that. But he didn't do it to him. He's been trying to make a difference in a positive way in this area from what I've seen.
By creating undead abominations. Necromancy is forbidden in half of the world.
But
We're one
it's
of the
not
few
him.
places it's not. No, no. He needs to be destroyed. His whole lineage needs to be wiped out.
I understand
Well,
that's how you
as you
feel.
just said,
Any other
as
way
you
to
just said, the
explain
law of the land, it's not forbidden to perform necromancy.
it? Is there any
So,
other means that he may be able to make a gesture to you that somehow will make up for it in the fact that you don't have to kill him? I know that's what you want.
It's like she doesn't know what she wants. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I'll give you the advantage.
A natural 20 and 19.
Okay. As she's just kind of looking, and the eyes are just pouring down her face, she drops her final dagger and just falls to her knee. As you see, uh, the the man, sorry, Auric will walk over and place his skeletal hand on her shoulder. I am sorry for the deeds of my father, but I can at least give you. And he begins to chant a small incantation of some sort. As you hear kind of a the air, as you see a displaced spirit of a halfling, and you see Miriam kind of look up. Mother? And she reaches out and is able to hug her mother for the last time. I miss you so much. And the figure wisps away. Miriam wipes her tears and looks up at the lich, at Auric. Fine. I'll leave you alone. But still, what you do is wrong. But thank you. And she leaves her daggers on the ground, turns around, walks down the stairs, exits the tower. The lich turned to all of you. Thank you all for your stay. I do not have much, but I can at least give you this. And you see him cast a small spell. As you see Mage Hand hold up a bag of a pouch of some sorts and flies it over to Miori, since you're the natural 20 on that one. And you open it up and you just see giant, perfectly cut diamond. Roughly worth the amount of all of them together is probably about 10,000 gold. And he smiles at you one last time. Thank you.
And I hand over his phylactery to him.
Grabs the phylactery, and he reaches it into the floating um, bottle of orth. It goes in, and it goes away for safekeeping. He smiles. You all exit the tower. You've put this mystery to rest. You have figured out that he was not as evil as everyone was making him seem, and have solved the mystery of the Dark Tower, of the Dark Oak Tower. So thank you guys so much for joining this session. I had a lot of fun running it. I had some anxiety
I
beforehand,
don't
but
have a phone.
when we got into it, it was really fun. So thank you guys so much for joining and hiring me for this. And if you guys ever want to look me up again, absolutely, we can keep these characters. You guys all level up from this encounter, and yeah. So
Awesome.
Awesome.
I hope you had a good time, and I hope it was
I
good.
definitely did.
Good,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
excellent.
it was
Right.
exciting.
All right. Well, thank you guys so
Okay.
much. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
You too. Stay warm.
Yes.
All right. I will try. I will try. Thank you
I
guys.
definitely earned a subscribe.
All right.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Yeah. That actually reminds me. So I have recorded this entire session, and I'm gonna give you a copy of it. Do I have permission to post it on my YouTube? You don't
Absolutely.
have to. Are you sure? Okay. Perfect. Great.
Yeah.
I'm good.
It has to be unanimous. So
I'm
if
good.
one of you says no,
I'm good.
okay, cool. And I'll send you a link to the video once I upload it.
Awesome.
All right,
Awesome.
cool. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Toodaloo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.